Welcome, everybody. East Elvins 310 podcast. Got your boy Travioli sitting in with Show Me Green today. Mr. J-Dog is out on his camping trip. He's on his way back, but he wasn't able to get back before the show started. So shout out to J-Dog. I'm glad he made it through those storms along with me. How did you get through those storms?
We actually Farmington wasn't really that bad, man. Like it didn't quite get hit like everybody else did in regards to looked like you got a bunch of hail and.
Luckily, there was no hail.
That was all just rain?
Yes, it was hard rain here.
Holy cow.
Tornado kept saying on the news. So what happened was my wife went out on a bachelorette party, okay?
Yeah.
And my idea of going out and having fun at the clubs, there ain't no casino close. There's none of that going on anymore. So I came home, turned on the PlayStation, drank a 100 milligram shot, which we have in my dispensary, the majors, 100s. These things hit so hard due to the way that they penetrate into your bloodstream, using the liver.
Yeah.
It's a nice heavy dosage. It's my only complaint, it's hard to judge half of it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't care. I was going hard in the paint this night. So because my wife's out of town, I'm playing some game. Man, that shit hit me and I couldn't even focus on the video game. I ended up being at it always ends up at casino. I always end up back at the horse track.
Yeah,
just sitting there gambling.
That's what I want to get doing also, man. Or I'll go over to the blackjack table there too.
Yep, you gotta make your trips back and forth.
Yeah, I get burnt out on just the races.
But I lose a lot more at the fucking tables, though.
Same here. Yeah, I always do better with the races.
But it was fun, and then I realized that I looked in the security cameras, and all of a sudden these trees are fucking whipping it, dude. And this shot has kicked in fully. And I've smoked a joint and put a little batter in it. And I've really been taking, what I've been doing to spruce up the weed is after I grind it, I'll take some concentrate, usually batter, and I'll blend it in with the weed, like knead it like a cat would blanket, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just burns really well. It keeps it from running. It don't drip and shit on you.
Mm-hmm.
But it intensifies the weed a little bit. So I was scared. I'm like, I better turn on the news. No, I take that back. The power went out. And I started hearing thunder and pop, and I was freaking out. My wife's not there. I am stoned off my ass, okay? Yeah. I look out the screen door and almost lost the screen door because I couldn't even hold it shut. So I turned on the news, and if you are between Bismarck, Elvins, Park Hills, and Leadwood, there has been they were saying there was 3 funnel clouds. I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck am I going to do? And then the next thing the dude said is, if you live in a mobile home, please find somewhere else to go.
And pucker factor went to 1,000.
1,000, dog. Because I'm like, before my wife's always like, quit bitching out, Travis. You're all right. I'm like, I don't know why. I wasn't scared of storms until I moved to Oklahoma. That changed the way I look at fucking tornadoes. I can tell you that. So winds fuck me up now, especially living in a trailer.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, well, I'll just go out to the studio. But then I realized there was a big fucking tree on the side of this. So I'm like, if it traps me in here, it's a metal building.
Yeah.
Same thing, probably worse than that. So I moved to the end of the trailer where I knew there wasn't no trees. But it blew over. But watching the news, just glowing red. If you're in this area, and I'm in that fucking area, as soon as it blew over, my first thought was, I wonder if the plants went it. Because some of the clones I got, they're a little bit smaller still.
Yeah.
But I still didn't want tore up, and I definitely didn't want strawberry bubble bath to be destroyed. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
That it's growing good. It's bushing out, branching out. I like going over and looking at it before the show with you every day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But that was the first time I looked at it since the storm, too, because I was kind of scared. You know what I'm saying? But we made it through it. And luckily, nothing got broke, no trees down. Now, I can't say to do it at the end of 32. You come Davis Crossing, don't you?
Yeah.
Down on 32, my friend Jeff, a tree fell into his house. A tree straight snapped in half and fell right on top of his mobile home. That's right, guys. We're in mobile home country. We're flossing out here on Davis Crossing, but we be riding in a mobile home now.
Man, those trees, you got to watch out, man. Like, I'm glad that I don't got any around my house. I have one tree.
And you got a brick house.
I have a brick house. That makes a big difference.
I think that's huge.
Yeah, for sure. But at least your driveway didn't get washed out with this.
Not as bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, not as bad, but it definitely
did take a little bit.
It did. Like I said, this was just more wind as much as last time it was water.
Mm-hmm.
But the garden and everything's doing good.
Yeah, my tomatoes look a lot more happy. I haven't been taking care of them at all this year. So.
Yeah, it's nice when you have to go out in the heat.
Well, I haven't had the time either.
True.
But I shut down a couple of my grows, so I'm down to just 2 tents running, just the grow room and 1 tent.
So that's not as bad.
No,
Not,
it eases
no
off a
trim
lot.
gel, nothing like that. You just got it straight.
No, about to be in trim gel here in a week because
In a
all
week.
that killdozer came down. I just didn't replace it after they came down, taking a little break.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well,
Maybe got a vacation or something planned or something like that, probably.
Yeah. Yep.
Got that vibe.
It's been 5 years, man. That's a long time to grow without taking a vacation.
And it is. And then you're just going to be hungry to come back, and who knows what happened, you know?
Yep. All new strains when I come back. So this is the last run of Strawberry Bubbles that I have growing right now. It's the last run of Frozen OG and the Guava Punch. They're not going to be around after
It's going
this
to be an
run.
RIP.
Yep.
Man, we're going to have an episode, special episode for that.
Yeah, farewell and goodbye.
Got to get J-Dog make a real custom video or something.
Well, man, we've had him for about 2 years now.
We have been talking about it.
You know?
And it's usually whenever someone brings up the show, and I respect all you listeners, and thank you for following it. Thanks for reaching out and recognizing us more in
Yeah,
the
for
community,
sure.
too. It's awesome. I know it's not everybody's thing, but the people that do follow us and support us, I madly respect.
Same here.
And it's nice because it's like, yeah, the first thing usually is strawberry bubbles.
Yeah.
And I even get now the strawberry bubble bath. I'm like, I'm just adding on, just growing it in a bathtub.
Hey, people love that, though.
Big things happening in Missouri cannabis market, though. They reached a record 135.1 million on May 26th, before cooling to June, which was 129.6. So May was a little bit higher than June, but I'd say probably vacations. I'm saying people probably, I believe people probably vacation more in May. They come to Missouri now to see their cousins they didn't want to see because they're in Florida. You know what I mean? Getting them people come out, because I see all the time they
Yeah.
come in the dispensary out of state license. And I'm like checking out, and they're like, we want to see, you know, what the difference is, you know. Some of them are medical. Most of them aren't, because Florida's fucking medical program is the worst still.
Yeah.
Like, they just will not get better.
Yeah. Well,
I hate that.
There's a few states that are kind of like that, though, unfortunately. Although it seems like Kentucky's trying to come online.
Kentucky is. They're even paying the industry well, too.
Yeah. See, that Kentucky was a big state that I was kind of worried about, you know, because it seemed like they were going to take and be real slow to getting around to it because of the whole OxyContin past that Kentucky had, you know, like it was real bad there. And it seemed like the lawmakers were very hesitant to pass anything that was, they'd be considered, you know, like an inebriant or something that's intoxicating, you know, for them to take and pass and make it legal for everybody. But looks like they're coming around. So that's good news.
They're coming around like November 12th, too. So November 12th, basically, they are enforcing the new intoxicating hemp bill, 2641. A lot of people upset about it, a lot of people not. I can see a side of both. I really do. Just hate that we're even having to take time to talk about this shit. Just if you're of age, let it happen.
Yeah.
But as far as, like, I do understand, too, our family, our people, the people that aren't I don't want to say that. People that are unaware of what is real and what isn't. You know what I mean? And it goes back to knowing your source. If your source is good, I respect that source.
Yep.
And there's some of them out there, and they know who they are. But there's a lot more people just trying to make that fucking $10.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And they don't care. They don't care what's in it. I see it at my shop, too. I don't want to go deep into it too much, but, like, people will walk up and they'll be confused. You know, they're looking. And they're like, well, my granddaughter told me that there's a dispensary here and there's gummies that'll let me sleep. You know, and then she's wandering around the parking lot, and we can't be flashy with the industry. Me and you were talking about it before the show. I can't go out there on my lunch break and throw a cardboard joint around saying, come get
here.
a joint,
Yeah.
come get a pre-roll, because that's
Advertisement.
promoting it.
Yeah.
That's a little much. But I can't even have a sign that says, hey, we're right here, you know. But because the state regulates it. And then, like, the people that aren't being regulated are blowing the fuck up because it's obvious what they got, and it's perfect marketing. Like, I respect a lot of it. They just don't have nobody to tell them no. I hate that. I hate that, too.
Well, you see, the problem I'm having understanding is because there's billboards all over the place for Key Cannabis, for Blue Sage, for
It's on my
for
Facebook,
all
dog.
of them,
It's
right?
on my Facebook.
Yeah, but they have billboards, right? I don't understand why you can't put a sign outside of the shop. if these other dispensaries have whole billboards,
They have different compliance officers.
That's insane.
No, you want to hear something more insane? The company I work with, we have 2 different compliance officers because the other 2 stores are near each other. They have the same CO. I'm down here, I have a different one. So I actually have rules and SOPs that is not comparison to the other store. So like that's the problem I've had since I started in the industry is like I went to all these different dispensaries working, and each one of them was your main one. You know, you have your ID, check ID of purchase, but not oversell, notice allotments, which is all gone now because of recreational. But that's hard. It's confusing to the people. You know what I mean? So I hate that whenever I would go to Warren and they'd say, well, why, we can do that. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. Well, people got to remember, we are licensed agents. We are state employees that sell weed. And I love that. I love the people. That's why I do this. You know what I mean? Like getting that respect, that friendship, the gain of trust, knowing that you help somebody because that's the people that's more thankful. The money's nice in the jar for the bud tenders, but they really like the thank you, the request of you, the following you or whatever it may be. This is meant to be fun. Like this is cannabis, you know, and there's nothing. Very rarely is there any fights or anything going down in a dispensary.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm not going to say we ain't had our irate customers because they are, because those people need weed too. Sometimes probably maybe they have their
need
weed.
a little more.
Yeah, maybe they did. Maybe they need to touch base on some of these gummies that we have, or some like educated like you know.
So you're being kind of a dick. Here's 1,000 milligram edible.
Oh God, I don't know if anybody be that much of a dick.
Although there's some people that can just eat 1,000 milligram edible and don't feel it.
I work with those people.
It's insane.
It's absolutely crazy, because they'll even come to me. They're like, "Travis, you smoke so much." I'm like, "Yeah, but I only ingest so much."
Yeah, I don't, dude. My edibles tolerance is way low, but my smoke tolerance is pretty high because of concentrates. You know.
Right, and it just goes back to knowing your dose. And they'll be, I mean, you only do 50. I said at home. You don't see me 50 at Walmart.
Yeah, no.
No, but, and I know, I don't know, rosin hits different. We talked about this before. There's just a lot of new products that are coming out still, and we get to try and being able to purchase now at my store. I'm looking forward to learning that because I know a lot of the brands, but there's so many new ones out there.
Yeah.
And they're all on the west coast of the state, and it sucks. Like Kansas City has got all the cannabis hype.
They have a lot of good stuff,
and
man.
it's sad because we need it over here. So I did actually look into a couple products and bringing them from there over here.
Yeah.
Just seeing, I am seeing Missouri getting better. Like I'm seeing better quality products. I'm seeing better pricing.
Yeah, I definitely have to say that. Like even the quality on like BHOs.
Yeah.
Compared to when I first started with getting into concentrates, just the quality of BHOs is way better. Or like if you like the CO2 extraction process is way better.
Yep.
You got way higher terp values.
$60, $70 1 gram carts.
Yeah.
People were getting loans out to get these carts. God forbid if they had to buy a battery.
And yeah, I had such a hard time getting into the carts though, because like you'd get a 1 gram cart and you'd smoke half of it, and then every time it would be clogged up.
Yes.
You know,
because
so
we were
like
still learning.
Certain brands had better,
atomizers and better equipment. That was the thing. Everybody seeing how long it took to get the right one.
Yep.
And it was on your dollar.
Yep, it was. You were paying to figure out which one would make it all the way through that gram.
We were mentioning before the show too. We were talking about Texas.
Oh yeah.
And how wild that shit is. Like, and we're talking about shops, so might as well lap the two together.
Yeah.
So Texas, they don't play down in Texas. That's what I heard. They basically have banned hemp-derived THC cannabinoids, and this was as of the 31st, so just 2-3 days ago. Yeah, it's the second. It's Mom's birthday. Shout out, Mom. Didn't forget taking her out to eat
Happy
afterwards.
Birthday.
Mom will be smoking real weed, not this Delta 8 and Delta 10 THC variants that are pushing people into possession now with jail time. It's going back to jail times. Can you believe that? Show me green. However, Delta 9 THC, most commonly sold in THC products in Texas, will remain legal. So with that being said,
You can't sell the fake Delta 8 shit.
No.
You want to get high, you're getting the real shit.
you got to get the real shit, and it's got to be done and tested and went through the state process.
And people, I know. Sorry, I'm not trying to cut in.
No,
there.
you're good.
I know that people they're like, oh my god, what? Like, but dude, fucking Delta 8 is an inferior product.
Yes.
It is. It is an inferior chemical. It is an inferior product. It's man-made. It's bullshit. Like, I'm just gonna say it. It is. Like,
It normally will make you feel some type of way. It's going to be for a short amount of time. That's why they are constantly chasing it. Yeah, I know, I'm not going to say chasing dragon. That's a totally different thing. But people, they get that little headspace, and they put that card up, and they go back doing something, and like 5-10 minutes later, it's gone. Mm-hmm. So you got to do it again. And eventually, they get headaches from this.
Oh, yeah.
And who knows what else it can do in a long time, because Show Me Green knows a lot, but Show Me Green, tell me exactly what is in Delta 8. Nobody knows.
No, I do. I don't know what's in Delta 8.
I don't either. Nobody's testing it. They're even talking about here Delta 8 and Delta 10. Mm-hmm. So that's just the two, everything around the Delta 9. I can see where your old time, no, I was going to say crackhead, but that'd be another story, would look at this and be like, THC Delta 10? Oh, shit.
Oh, that's one above 9. That's got to be even better.
Yes. I can see where maybe that's where that market was going. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But basically, in Texas, you can actually now put some severe head time.
Well, people are getting messed up on Delta 8, man. All those synthetic cannabinoids and everything. You don't know. It's like you're saying, you don't know where it's made, whose basement made that chemical, and what they're spraying on it. And
Delta 8 and Delta 10 give a weaker high, which is some consumers might choose these options. So it's a weaker high. So people that are getting too high now are thinking. So here's what I want to say to people on that: don't buy the highest percentage. Don't let those words come out of your mouth. If you get anxiety and you don't really smoke a lot, and you recently have smoked, and you're like, holy shit, that weed's
way too much.
Don't put it out. Either consume less.
Yep.
If it's a gummy, consume half of it, maybe a quarter of it. Weed now is going so far up. It's up there in the 35s. Mm-hmm. And that's insane, but it's nice. But like you said, it ruins a tolerance.
Yep, it does.
And nobody really wants to do a tea break because it's rough.
It is.
It's really rough. It's easier to do an edible one because it only takes about 3 to 5 days for your cannabinoid system reset. But as far as basically smoking it, dabbing it, it's going to take a minute for that to go down.
Yep.
But the ban applies to all synthetic created THC forms, including Delta 8, Delta 10, THCP, and THCA flower. There's that THCA flower. That's probably going to be the little word that keeps it going or some bullshit. The one exception will be the Delta 9 products with less than 0.3% THC by dry weight.
Dude, it just shows that they don't even know what they're talking about because all flour is THCA flour.
Yeah.
It's all THCA
That's what I said.
flour.
That's probably...
They don't even know what they're fucking talking about.
They're introducing themselves to the gray market that Missouri has.
Yeah. Like
That's
all flour is THCA flour. Just so you know, it becomes THC once it's combusted and it reaches a certain temperature.
Whether it's light or heat.
Doesn't matter. It's THCA.
Weed can decarb by light as well.
Yep.
So there's sitting in a jar in your car. That's a song that Willie Nelson should write. But basically, if you leave that weed and it's going to brown it out, it's going to turn into CBN.
In the windshield.
I thought it was a dog. My fault. Texas banned the sale of vape pens containing THC in the last session. So, yeah, they're breaking down. I was really surprised that, honestly, Texas even had weed, to be honest, which led me to another slide to pull up, which you were like, what state don't have medical? Mm-hmm. And Texas, this website here, which is saying that it's CBD with THC only. So, like, they only have oils right now in Texas. So maybe they ain't started the cultivation process yet. I don't know. I haven't looked into Texas stuff too much because I just know they don't like weed and the cops don't play. Georgia doesn't have a medical program. Either does Tennessee, Iowa, Wisconsin, Indiana.
So 5 states that I have no business in.
And I love that Michigan. Oh, no, you can go to Ohio and go up. But Michigan, that everybody goes to because their market is such fire. Like they producing so much, or so many people doing it, that there's revenue just flying out the back door. You know what I mean? But to get there, you got to go through Indiana, which is not legal.
Yeah.
So like that's risky, but you could go Ohio through Kentucky because they got a medical program now.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Honestly, I was kind of expecting Louisiana to be on there.
no, Louisiana is medicinal.
Okay, good.
But yeah, it's neat seeing all these states. I remember in school, in high school, we didn't have Google. So all you young listeners out there, I know you don't know how we lived. But we didn't have Google. But I remember whenever the first time I saw on the news that they showed the states that had medicinal weed. Mm-hmm. And it was California and Seattle, I believe. And that was it. And I was like, shit, there ain't no states. And that was like 95, I believe, 96, something like that. That's just wild to me.
Yeah.
But now there's a bunch of colors on here, so a bunch of states. And with TSA allowing people to be able to fly with medicinal weed as long as you got your medical card, which I did renew mine. So I was happy about
that's right.
that.
I need to renew mine.
I recommend Bluebird. Bluebird has the big allotments.
Yeah. I forgot about that, man. Your bud tender reminded me of that whenever I went in there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Good job, staff.
It expired on the 28th, so
28th.
just a couple days ago.
Damn.
Yeah.
So,
Sucks.
like I said, medical cards are nice to be able to cover your ass, obviously. Also save you a little bit in taxes. Most importantly now, to me, is you can travel with medicinal weed, not out of country. I don't know if I got any listeners that be flying out of the country a lot, but if I do, I ain't saying that's okay. I'm not held accountable. Just want to make that very, very clear. But just to let everybody know, we did get some gifts. Some people respond back to the podcast, and I love that shit, man.
Oh, yeah. It's
I'm
awesome,
super happy about the one that came yesterday. So this is StashLogix. So what this is, I'll get close and show you.
You got that.
It's a colored jar. This is basically a stash box. So you put your weed in there. It's smell proof. Yep. All I smell is my upper lip. It smells like weed there. But it's colored glass. He's got the one that's got the handle. That's the larger one. So he likes that one because he can actually put that down in the jar and adjust it. So if you got a little bit, you can lower it down. Yep. It's got a nice silicone fitting on it.
Nice humidity gauge.
It's got a humidity gauge on the top, which is amazing because it says on there, too wet, too dry.
Yep, tells you
Too
ideal
wet.
conditions.
And then it says ideal, 65 to 55. 65 to 55 humidity. And it also came with these really nice gel moisture, what do you call that? Packets?
Humidity packs?
Humidity packs.
Yep.
And so if it is too dry, it'll tell you, and then you drop that in there and it'll raise it up. And then you can take it out. So
Yeah.
also came with alcohol wipes. So that's very important for whenever you change out your bags of weed. If you go through different strains of weed, you'll want to be able to smoke it, clean it, let it air dry for a little bit before you put it on the top. I like that you could write the name on it.
Yeah, exactly. They give you a little whiteboard that you can write, obviously non-permanent marker.
Yeah, don't. Yeah.
Use a dry
But
erase
if you
marker.
do use a permanent marker, here's a stoner tip. Get a dry erase marker and trace over the permanent marker, and you can wipe it off.
Really?
I'm glad you were Yes, I did that when I worked at the lab. My stoned ass, or I'm sorry, maybe I wasn't stoned. I was just confused. I went up to write on the board and write the groups that I was sending out to go get what, and I realized halfway through one of the person's names, it was a permanent marker. I grabbed the alcohol, it wouldn't come off, dude. It lightened up, but it wouldn't go off. When I work in the lab, I had a 22-year-old Dookie Howser be like, watch this. It blew my mind. I'm like, holy shit. He took another one. He drew a line with the permanent marker and then did it again, and it came right off. Nice. And explained how that's got the anti-stuff in it that permanent markers does. So if you guys ever need to do that, there you go. Fun fact.
Good tip.
This is the second part of East Elvins 310 podcast.
And we're
Boy
back.
Travioli and Show Me Green, and we are back. We got our cape. We had to take our capes and fly and take care of it. No, technical difficulties. That happened.
Yeah.
It was weird. I did what it told me. Still fucked up, but we didn't lose it. So
Yeah, we still got it.
you guys won't know that because I'm going to find out how to do that. So whatever we were talking about, the reason why it's so easy and fun right now is because we smoking some Jack Carrera.
Yeah, I was gonna say we need to get this lit up, man.
Yeah, since this is actually like the second show, you know.
Yeah.
Basically, this is from Curio. It's a brand that's found in dispensaries, licensed facilities. They are probably, to me, one of the most medicinal growing companies out there. Like, they really care about their product. They're super, super clean. Their products are very effective. The flower, their edibles. I'm not a vape person, but a lot of people like them. When I handed you my jar, you were like, "That's Jack." You weren't hesitant.
Oh no, you know it.
So there must have been a certain terpene in there that was really grabbed you by the boo-boo. What was that?
Terpenoline, man. Really high terpenoline. It's kind of the same thing with Trainwreck. I can always tell Trainwreck. And that's because it's a descendant of Jack Herrera.
It's very sticky. It's very, very pungent. It's hard to, grind. I put it in the whack-it and grind it, beat it up really nice. It rolls really nice, which is huge. Because I don't like the cones. For some reason, I can't be a cone guy either. I really like just sitting there. It's part of the art of rolling it, I guess. But
it's really nice. Yeah, you can definitely taste it too. You definitely taste it on the exhale.
To have good smoke, it starts with the leader of the cultivation. That person's got to have probably good morale. That person probably has to have very knowledgeable, honestly. But they have to love the plant. And I have to say, without giving a shout out and giving a shout out if they listen, I am happy that right now I know the guy that's leading our cultivation. I went up to meet this guy. I didn't know what to think because usually the bigger people, richer people, head of stuff like that, kind of intimidate me sometimes because I'm not that guy. I usually help those guys get that way, but I'm not that guy. You know what I mean? As soon as I met the dude, I found out he blew glass and that he is so passionate about the weed and the people that work there and educating the people that work there. One, to have more of a social where he has have concerts and shit like that up there, involve the community. He's also really, really huge in micro licenses. So he basically there's one in Springfield and I forgot the name of it, but he told me that it's hard for most of those dispensaries down there because everybody loves going to this one micro dispensary because it's so good. And again, it's probably because it's not ran by corporate. It's more ran by people that's more our pace. You know what I mean? You can be a stoner and be a lot of different people. That's for sure.
Yep.
But, excuse me, we all have to have a little bit of passion about it. It's medicine.
Yep.
But this Jack Herrera, it gives you a really good head high. Like he said, sometimes this would probably be one that some people wouldn't like because they give them too high anxiety. Because this is only 23% too, and it hits so hard.
But it is a sativa.
It is.
It's an old school sativa. Compared to like a lot of our sativas, what they call sativas now, they're all just polyhybrids that are 4 or 5 different things coming in, crashing in, and then people, if the effects make it so you're not tired, they'll say it's a sativa. This is like an actual one that's uplifting.
Yep.
There's a lot of things that go into making it a sativa, a sativa-like effects, because all cannabis is sativa.
And usually it's limonene. Usually it's limonene's the terpene that really...
Honestly, it just depends on the person.
And yeah, well, that's true.
Because some people, like, limonene, it doesn't have as much of an uplifting effect for me as it gives me more anxiety. Whereas terpenoline doesn't give me an anxiety, but it gives me the uplift.
It gives you that head space high. That's nice.
Yeah.
And it's really what works for you. That's why it's so important to know what does and why does it. It ain't just weed. You can smoke this at night and still go to sleep, but you might have dreams. That's what happens to me.
Yeah, my mind just keeps racing, so it makes it real hard for me to sleep. I need to be doing something.
But there are some people out there that are opposite. They would rather do that and go to sleep.
Yep.
But going back to the cultivationist, dude, it's nice because I can already see a lot better product. And walking through there and meeting some of the cultivation stuff, they were really knowledgeable, and they all were young, super young.
Yeah.
And I think it's cool that we all want to do this. We're all in it together. We're all different. We're all over the different parts of the state. But we come together to do this one thing: grow medicinal weed.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you have to have a passion for it, for sure. Like, it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of effort, and you have to love it to really. And it'll show through. It always shows through. You can always tell when people didn't really care about their plants very much as soon as you go to crack open a bud.
Yeah. And they didn't let it cure enough, or that means they're anxious. Usually it happens.
Mm-hmm.
Jack Herer, also known as JH, the Jack, Platinum Jack. Platinum Jack is a sativa-dominant marijuana strain that has gained much renown as its namesake. The marijuana activists, the impure wears no clothes, combined with a haze hybrid of Northern Lights. That's the Northern Lights part. I can taste some of that. You know what I mean? But yeah, Cincy Seed. I've heard you talk about them before.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, super very uplifting. This is a very good weed for being focused, energetic, creative, dry mouth, anxious, dry eyes. It's got that pine, woody, earthy strain flavors.
Yeah.
Definitely a lot of pine in it.
Yep. That's like, because they have pinene.
It's got triptyline, caryophyllene, and pinene in it.
Yeah. That terpinolene, that's what I always taste. But it's very piney. So I just kind of put the two together.
I wish I'm using Leafly, if you all wonder what I'm looking at, because that's usually it's been my favorite source for the last 6 years. But this is a good thing to take the name of the weed you're smoking, pull it up, and even if it's halfway through the joint, look at it and see if you start feeling some of these effects, if you like it. Because it has different terpenes in it. Mm-hmm. So if it's out and you wanted something similar, there's probably another flower out there that's similar. It's gonna have some little bit of different notes.
Yep.
Maybe not be the dominant terpene or whatnot, but still get some of the same effects.
So whenever I started really trying a bunch of different strains and trying to figure out what worked with me, I just had a Stoner's notebook sitting right there. And anytime that I got a new strain, I would just write down the strain and then the top 3 terps that were in it. And then I would wait 10, 15 minutes afterwards and just write down real quick how it felt. And then any time that I had one that I really, really liked, I would just take and go online, because all the dispensaries, all the different flowers and cannabis, they have all their terps listed on their flower online. So you can I really like these 3. You just take and find another flower that has those 3 or a concentrate, and there you go. You know you're going to be getting something you like. It's a really easy way to narrow it down, because it can be when you walk into a dispensary, dude, and those screens start flashing and there's like 30 different strains on there.
30.
You're just kind of like, well, that sounds good, but I don't know what's in it. I don't know what's in it. And then you don't want to be the guy that asks the bud tender, like, for what's in 30 different strains.
That's true.
Because that bud tender, he still has work to do, and there's other customers and people need to be taken care of.
But they do like taking time educating people, because once you get on figuring that out, it's fun and wild. It's like one of the YouTube dark hole. Mm-hmm. Like, it's one of those things that you just learn more and more and more, and we're going to keep learning more and more.
Yeah. Yep.
But definitely bring it up to your bud tenders, or a friend, or reach out to one of us as well. Mm-hmm. Like, we got different sources that we use. He has different ones for cultivation. I have different ones for consumption, purchasing, so like money-wise side of it. But it starts with the cultivation.
Yep.
And being passionate about it. And that's why we do the show, y'all.
Yep. It's because we love it.
We love it. I'm almost singing, but I'm going to save all my singing for Thursday.
Yeah.
Show Me Green, I heard you got an event coming up.
Yeah, we got the Little Strangers concert.
Little Stranger concert.
Yeah.
That's going to be absolutely
Atomic Pavilion.
amazing. Yep.
Thursday night.
We thought it was indoor, so we weren't even worried about anything. But
looks like it's outdoor.
We think it's outdoors.
But it doesn't matter, because it's going to be good music, good people, and who cares if it rains a little bit?
Rains a little bit. It's probably going to be muddy. So I'm probably going to wear some flip-flops or sandals, because that's probably going to be one of these concerts. I love that. Yeah. I can't wait. It's going to be fun. Tropidelics is going to be, it's just going to be a really good vibe, and hard telling how many people are going to be there with it being a recreational state now.
Yeah. I imagine it's going to be a pretty good showing of people. So it looks fun, and we got an Airbnb right there.
Airbnb,
we don't
CJ,
drive nowhere.
CJ got us the Airbnb. Show Me Green got the tickets.
You want any more of that? Or you good?
I'm good right now. I'm ready to take off running to the mailbox.
It's really good, thank you.
It's a really
I
good
still
jack.
taste it.
Yep,
I
even
still
at the
taste
roach,
it.
I've noticed that too. Real terpy weed. When you get towards the end of the roach and it don't taste like ass, it's like that was pretty good.
Yep.
Because I love the
You
flavors.
taste down your lips a little bit. Yeah. Not so much the way you get one of those resin boogers. You know, like you'd go to hit a one hitter, and next thing you know, you got a giant glob of resin stuck on
or
your
it's
lip.
stuck on your tooth.
Yeah, aren't you?
Take a shot to the tooth. I've done that before. That's one of the first times someone caught that I was smoking. They're like, dude, you got black shit all over your teeth. I'm like, what are you talking about? And I went and looked, and I'm like, oh, that's resin.
Oh.
Because it was hard to get off. And then I had toilet paper stuck to it because I grabbed toilet paper and tried to wipe it off. It was just a bad deal. I didn't have a toothbrush in my pocket, you know.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's the shit we went through growing up.
Yeah, now everything has filters or it's water filtration.
Yep.
I guess you can still get old school dugouts.
Yeah, I got them in my shop.
Yeah.
$8.
Yeah. You just don't see them anymore.
You don't, and it's one of those things that's like, it's nice to have in a pinch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's also nice for the people that don't smoke, sit there and want to smoke a joint.
Well, I mean, for your store, you said that the majority of what you sell is flour, right?
Still.
Is the majority of your sales?
80%.
Yeah. So that makes sense for you to have them. But like in Farmington, you don't see anybody, or you never smell flour. Like, it's very rare. Everybody is on the vape pens.
Vape pens and dabs.
Yeah, or like the
devices.
Disposables, you know? Yeah, I see disposables just laying all over the place.
That's what sucks, too.
Yeah.
Packaging's laying all over. Empty ones are laying all over. Yep. Lithium batteries are laying in the parking lot.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about, dude. Like, you'll pull into a parking lot, and there's a couple of dead old proper like disposables that just got ran over, you know. It's like,
I've literally seen them,
man.
We used to have the lab before we would got a process going fully. We would keep them in a bucket, and then I'd go through with little snippers after the chemist went through and just took out the product.
Yeah,
I'd break the top off and get in there and then snip the wires because when you do that, sometimes it sparks and it gets hot, and you always want to put it in kitty litter, or is what it was.
Yeah.
But it got hot, and I just thought, damn.
Yeah.
Because I know how much of those we destroyed. We ended up finding a recycle program, which I think was really cool, but it took forever to find out and get legal through the state. Again, another fucking loophole that's holding that up.
That's kind of common sense, you know. Obviously, you're going to need recycling
right,
for this stuff.
Instead of throwing it into the ground.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to make it, if it don't catch a dump truck on fire.
Good point. Very good point.
I'm always thinking about that next thing, you know.
Especially if
it's like, what's going to happen?
Involved.
They're going to squeeze this truck, and that's going to blow the fuck up. That's what's going to happen. But, man, with that being said, I know you got some grilling to do. You got a big 4-gram joint there. Let me see that damn thing. This will end the show out.
Yeah, that's from my grilling adventures later. I'm sure my neighbor will come over.
I would. Fuck, I might come over.
Yeah, I got some Skittles in here. It smells really nice.
Hell yeah. Well, that being said, though, thanks for tuning in and all your support. Look forward to the next episode.
Yeah.
Stay flossing on Davis Crossing, even in your mobile homes.
Thanks for listening in.